And, well, that just makes it a little bit easier for Nathan Victor, being ahead of the hard-charging Marco Busi. Ian Cup's car, I must say, looks beautiful. Jean Marais from Dylan Joubert, that is your Class A runners. Now, normally there are three different starts for Class A, Class B, and then Class C. With the new format, what's going to happen is they're going to put all the Class A cars, and on the next row of the grid will be all the Class Bs, and on the next row of the grid, all the Class Cs. And then, Frankie, the difference this time around, not only is that gaps negated, they're coming off one starting light.
Yeah, that is something unique. Normally, us down here for GTI Challenge and up north for the Volkswagen Cup, we start on 3 different lights. Today they're trying this. I know the challenge guys want to have the 3 different light sequence, which I hope we can have again for the next race meeting, but it's something that they want to try. Well, not the challenge guys, that the powers that be want to try. So let's see how this one pans out. There will be a gap between A and B and a gap between B and C, but as Gary said, they will launch off the line all at the same time.
So the front end of the Class B battle is Van Eden from John Henry Vaughan, Roux. Calfey finds himself on the second row as the lightning strikes for a second time, and that just caused our TVs to go off. So it's a second massive lightning strike that we've had here. And, well, the weather is changing drastically in Cape Town. Let's just hope that we don't have another lightning strike. In fact, for those of you that saw the variations in the camera work this morning, that was due to a lightning strike earlier on in the week. And hence the problems that we have had in the early part of the morning. But I must say the IMUSAT guys have gone full out to get just about all of those problems sorted out as the API Property Group GTI Challenge Race 1 for the day. The front end of Class C will be Mark Fontini from the second of the Van Edens, who are both of the Van Edens on the front rows of the grouping Class B and Class C. From Joubert, Muna finds himself on the 4th position in Class C. He won't be happy with that from Ferrari. And then Leyden, I think Leyden had a gearbox change, if I've got it correct, very shortly in the last 24 hours.
All right, something unique is about to happen. There's gaps between all of them, but they will all launch off the line at the same time. How this one's going to pan out, I don't know. You're around the track and you're watching a production, going to learn with us here and with Clint as well exactly how this is going to pan out when everybody gets off the line at the same time. The Class A cars will be okay. It's what happens further down. Oh, there's already contact. Carl Walsher made contact with Mario Roux, and Walsher pulls out before this one even gets underway as they work their way down into turn number 1. Now let's have a look and see. The gloves will be off because the B cars are right on the case of the A cars and the C's on the back of the B's. So they're all storming down, Gary, into turn 2, into Castro Corner, being led there by Skulky Geldenhuys as the lightning flashes over Table Mountain.
We've got a spinner in the exit of turn number 1, and I'm not sure who that was. It was too far in the distance for us to pick that one up. But Geldenhuys, for the first time, starting on the front row of the grid, looks like he's the man that's leading them out. It's Nathan Victor that's right in there with him. Busi, Cup and Marais. Van Eden, that came off the lead of Class B, is still in the lead.
Down the back man they go. It is Skulky. It is Marco Busi in second. Here comes Nathan Victor. Victor sitting there in that 3rd spot. Victor goes and parks off on the outside of Marco Busi as they storm down into turn number 1. They are right on each other's heels as they make their way out of turn number 1. They are nose to tail, these 3 in Class A. Here they come down towards us. This is going to be all action out there. Cup was in that 3rd spot, is no longer in that 3rd spot. It's Dylan Joubert, followed by Jean-Andre Marais, and then Ian Cup. That's Class A, working their way through turn 1 with the Class B boys, Gaza, right on their heels.
Up here comes Van Eden and John Henry Vaughan in there behind that. As you see on screen, that is Roux and Calfey. And then it looks like, according to the screen, it is Wiltshire that's the next man in there. But that Class A battle is massive. Front three are all on top of one another.
Yeah, they're all at the back one. I'm watching this fight going through into Interceptor now in Class B. And John Henry Vaughan in P2 is right on the case of Ryan van Heerden. There we've got behind the two of them, we have got Roo Kalfie working their way through as well. The guys are putting their wheels on the dirt. They're giving it all they can. We'll have a look at Class C now, Gaza. But for now, let's go back to Class A down the back straight.
Class A down the back main, and Geldenhuys is trying to make sure that he holds on, but Nathan Victor's right in there as well. Boosie goes to the left-hand side of the circuit. Boosie's going to do the high, wide, and handsome, but he's got Cup that's right in there behind him as well as they work their way through turn number 5 out of Pertamina Fastron. Geldenhuys holding on by the skin of his teeth. Here comes Nathan Victor. Nathan Victor brings with him Boosie. Boosie would have fancied his chances without having Umpi Swart in there, but he's getting a big challenge at this stage of the fight from Geldenhuys. We go to that Class B battle as it goes down towards turn number 1.
Class B heading down in towards turn number 1, and it's Ryan van Heerden that's been hassled heavily here by John Henry Vaughan. It is van Heerden. Well, Vaughan has gone through. Van Heerden doesn't show on the leaderboard here, but he's definitely leading that class as they work their way into turn number 2. John Henry Vaughan is right in there. Then it's Mohammed Kalfie. And right on his case is Mario Roo as they work their way through the kink and they race down towards Interceptor. Not too far behind them is Neerbas.
Yep, and it looks like Fontini is actually leading out that battle for a Class C, but they're starting to get spread out right around the circuit now. The Class A guys will be going down into the back main, and I do believe that it is still Geldenhuys that is holding sway, but it's Boosie that's now going one-on-one with Nathan Victor, and he brings with him Joubert that started at the back of that pack.
I just want to make sure, because I think it's Nathan Victor. It is Nathan Victor that is leading, coming out of Fastron corner. And Boosie is fighting out there now with Geldenhuys, and right on their case is Dylan Joubert as they work their way into turn number 1. As a matter of fact, Ian Cup is on the back bumper there of Jean-Andre Marais as they head into turn number 1. The Class B battle is now making its way, Gary, into one.
Contact between 3rd and 4th position. That was Joubert and Marais that touched one another. One of them going off circuit. So Nathan Victor now gets the gap on everybody else. That Class B battle, John Henry Vaughan still ahead there. Kalfie shows in 2nd position from Roo, Abbas and Jacobs.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a hell of a fight out there, but we make our way back into turn number 3, into Interceptor corner, where the leaders are now working their way towards turn number 4, Saddle Sweep, API, Properties, GTI Challenge, Class A, down the back main they go. And Nathan Victor of Summit Racing is getting his nose away from Boosie in 2nd. That's Skulk that's in 3rd, followed by Dylan Joubert. And Ian Cup is right on the case of Jean-Andre Marais as Class A races down towards Fastron.
Then comes the Class B guys, and it is Van Heerden with John Henry Vaughan. Kalfie is the next man in behind that. They are pretty close to one another. Kalfie can have a look up on that inside line.
Right, here we go. Class C cars are busy working their way around, and it's Fontini that is ahead of Van Heerden. They're heading into turn number 5, into Fastron Class C. Fontini, Van Heerden, Ferrari, and Daniel Muna. They are the top cars in Class C as they work their way out of turn number 5. You see Faisal Jacobs is right there with him as well, but he is a Class B car. We have a look and see. There's Fontini across the line, and he is in the Goffin Cooper car. He sits out there in P1 in class. Gary, but Class A is racing down towards turn 3, towards Interceptor.
Up down towards Interceptor Corner they go, and well, they're going to be picking up some back markers in the not too distant future. Can you believe it? These Class A guys are hauling. Nathan Victor always looked good going into this one. Well, he's making it look brilliant right now. He's starting to do a umpiswat on the rest of the pack. He's slowly but surely getting away from Marco Busi in second. Geldenhuis, that started in that pole position, finds himself now starting to wane as he's Joubert from Marais from Cup.
Right, that is Class A. We're going to pick up on Class B now as we watch the cars busy working their way around. The leader of Class C is still the 31 car, Fontini and Eden, as Class A is still being led there by Victor Busi and Geldenhuis.
Look at that battle for Class B. It's Van Eden from Vaughan, Calfey, and then Roux as they work their way up this front main. And that's second and third position. Calfey and Vaughan very, very close. Roux decides to take it up against the wall, trying to get away from the southeaster.
Yeah, it's Calfey as he sits there just ahead of Vaughan, but not leading Class. It is Ryan Van Eden that leads Class as they head up towards Castral Corner. And that fight between Calfey and Roux is not done yet. As a matter of fact, they're ahead of John Henry Vaughan as they work their way into Castral Corner, and not too far behind them is Near Abbas as he slides that car through Castral.
Well, the leaders must be pretty much on their way now to get towards the back straight. We'll pick them up as they work their way down the back main in that Class A battle. And they side by side. Nathan Victor is not having it his own way. Now it is a three-way battle down into 5.
Yeah, he's not having it his own way because Marco Busi is now taking the lead. Marco Busi has got that 41 car into P1 as they work their way out of turn number 5, out of Fostron. Victor second, Geldenhuis is third. Then it is Dylan Joubert, Marais, Cup coming through. One of the class. We just saw a car there lose its way in turn number 5. There's a lot of sand and dust there as we wait for the Class B cars to come through as the lightning is going crazy over Table Mountain.
Oh, it's causing chaos with our timing systems. So our timing systems have gone down on us. Busi, Victor and Geldenhuis, first, second, third in A.
Working the way out of turn 1 is Class B, and that's still being led there by Van Eden, but the fight is still on between Calfey and Roux. Mohammed Calfey and Mario Roux. Not too far behind them, we have got Nur Abbas. I'm wondering where Jacobs is. Faisal Jacobs. He's not in the equation anymore. He's Faisal Jacobs. He's out. He's down in 23rd spot and out. Gaza, as the Class B fight still rages there. Interceptor, but Class A is working its way towards 5.
Oh, there you just saw as we panned the camera, there is a car off on the outside, just on the exit of turn 5, so no passing. Well, somebody forgot to tell Victor and Geldenhuis that. There's the car standing on the outside, and those marshals need to move away from that motor car.
Right, so we're going to watch us fight 1, 2, and 3 as the laps unwind. I think we've got about 2 more laps to go. As they head, yes, 2 more laps to go as the leaders go down into turn number 1. That's game on. Busi, Victor and Geldenhuis. Geldenhuis looking up on the inside there of Nathan Victor as they exit turn number 1. The man that sits out there in P1 is Marco Busi. Busi, Victor and Geldenhuis. Joubert, Marais and Cup as the Class B cars are now picking up the tail end of Class C as they head into turn 1.
Well, Calfey will be pretty chuffed that he's got himself up to second in class as they go past that back marker, that yellow and black Golf. That is the one that was off in that incident that we missed. We just saw the dust earlier on, hence now being swallowed up by the cars that was behind.
In Class C, we still got Mark Fontini, followed there by Dylan Van Eden. Then Daniel Muna, Zach Leyden, and Adriano Ferrolli. He's 18th, but he sits 5th in class. As we watch the Class A cars, there's 1 and a bit lap, Gaza. They're heading towards turn 5, towards Pertamina Fostron. There they go on your screen, dicing down towards Fostron Corner. Ooh. And Geldenhuis runs through. Geldenhuis runs through there on Nathan Victor. Victor covers the line. The Class C Golf is standing in the a weird position, so there'll be no overtaking. The yellow lights are flashing as Victor Busi and Geldenhuys storm down into turn one. This is the final lap.
I almost think that I saw a checkered flag going there. That looks like the checkered flag. I think that it's all over, in fact, bar the shouting. So
how quick it happens, eh?
yeah, and we've got no timing upstairs here at all. The lightning has decided what the Eskom couldn't take away from us, the lightning has.
Yeah, we couldn't see that flag wave over here, but yes, it is indeed. And Class B will be Ryan van Heerden. That should come home in P1. Kulfi, Roo, Vaughan, and a bus. We'll have a look and see as this race is done. But crazy, crazy, crazy stuff out there towards the checkered flag.
Oh, look at that Class C battle, Frankie, as it comes through. Fontini, Van Eerden, Moona and Leiden that can be coming into picture now.
Yeah, the Class B cars have finished their race as well. Here they come towards us. That's a group of cars Gary was talking about across the line. Fontini will win Class C. He'll get ahead of Vice, who's a Class B car. Then Dylan van Eerden will finish second in that class. Daniel Moona will come home in third, followed by Zach Leiden, Adriano Ferrari, and then Gamaldeen will be the next one across the line in P20, but of course not 20th in class. That was some brilliant stuff. API Properties, VW GTI Challenge.
So with Victor and Geldenhuys starting on the front row of the grid, Busi second row on the inside, he comes out tops in the absence of Umpi Swart, and that's what he needed in terms of the championship. Nathan Victor once again showing just how quick he can be. Geldenhuys, that started in pole, will be a little bit disappointed. It ended up in third, but it was still a very, very good run for Geldenhuys. To the best of my mind, first time that he's ever started off the front row of the grid. His father is an ex-class champion as well. And Geldenhuys will definitely be looking forward to round number 2. Let's just hope that our telemetry will be available for us for the next race.
Right, for GTI Challenge, of course, the main sponsor there is API Properties. Series sponsors is Willworks, Spice Mecca, Authentic Autos, Alpine Autos, Hydrocore Hydraulics. Series sponsors is Table Bay Glass, Snap Change, MTK Quality Eggs, Racebook Media, RDE Digital Marketing, ContraSigns, Dunlop, GNA, and NDT Dyno Services.